so now let's talk about what we do if a value isn't a 1. Okay, we have 6x squared minus 5x plus 1. Okay, all I'm going to do is factor this. Okay, it's not set equal to 0. I just want to factor it. My process is still look for a greatest common factor. Do I have a greatest common factor? No, I don't. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start my big X. Okay, and I'm going to do a times c. In this case, the a is the 6 and the c is a 1. So what multiplies to give me 6 and adds to give me negative 5? Well, that would be negative 6, negative 3 and negative 2. Okay, that adds to give me negative 5, but the positive, or negative times a negative does give me a positive. All right? So everything with the x is still the same. So now, there was no greatest common factor. I have x minus 3 and x minus 2. But if I multiply this back out, this is not what I get. Okay, if I FOIL this, okay, I don't get this, which means this is not factored form for this guy right here. All right, so what we do is we take that a value, okay, that's my star, okay, and we divide our original terms that we found, we divide those numbers by the a. Okay, and then we must reduce. So 3 over 6 is going to be 1/2. Now, if that's something that you're like, man, and you start getting with bigger numbers, that gets a little tricky for me, well, then just do 3 divided by 6 in your calculator. Okay, when you press enter, press math, enter, enter. Okay, and it'll reduce fractions for you. Math, enter, enter. Okay, so if you ever struggle with that, just use math, enter, enter. So we have to make sure, okay, that it's reduced, and this guy over here is going to be 1/3. Okay. Now remember, I'm just factoring. This still doesn't multiply out to give me that. Okay, these first two guys have got to multiply to give me 6x squared. So then, the easiest thing to do is just take that 2 and move it to the front. Take that 3 and move it to the front. Okay, you always move your denominators. So it becomes 2x minus 1 and 3x minus 1. Okay, this is factored. Alright, so to multiply this back out, if I were to test this at this point, I would say 2x times 3x is 6x squared. Then I would say 2x times negative 1. And then I would say negative 1 times 3x. And negative 1 times negative 1. Oh, look! It's my original function. Okay, so this, 2x minus 1, 3x minus 1, okay, that is factored form. Okay, now, if you set that equal to 0, this is factored form, but if I want solutions, okay, so if I had said 6x squared minus 5x plus 1 equals 0, I would have gotten the same factors now set equal to 0. And each one would be separate, just like we just did. So 2x minus 1 equals 0, and 3x minus 1 equals 0. These just take one more step. Okay, so you plus 1, then you divide by 2. So here you got x equals 1/2, and then you plus 1, and you divide by 3. So x equals 1/3. So factors, solutions. Okay, that is how we work with the a not being 1. Let's do another example.